All right, and we are live. Welcome back po sa Gurong Pinoy. And of course, we would like to welcome back the members of our Team Piaget. For those of you who are still asking how to become a member of Team Piaget, it's very easy. Just send us a message to our Facebook page, that's Gurong Pinoy. While you are a member of Team Piaget, again, we emphasize that your membership is until September 2022. So sa mga wala pa pong schedule ng let, no, okay lang po, magpa-member na po kayo sa Team Piaget so that you can have more time to prepare for your upcoming let. Now, while you are a member of Team Piaget, you can answer our quizzes. That's going to be posted early morning in Saturday, no, on Saturday and Sunday. You can have a copy of all our materials, the PowerPoint presentation that I'm using during my discussion. You can easily download this. Of course, you can enjoy the full-length video. And of course, you are also entitled to our free pre-board and our free final coaching. So again, please become a member of Team Piaget. Send us a message to our Facebook page. That's Gurong Pinoy. Okay, again, we'd like to welcome back the members of Gurong Pinoy's Team Piaget. Ganon din po sa mga members ng ating Team Thunders, sa mga newbies natin. Maraming salamat for tuning in. Please do like this video, share this video, start a watch party, tag your friends, and also please support Gurong Pinoy by sending us stars while you are watching us live on Facebook and super chat, super stickers while you are watching us live on YouTube. Now, tonight we will be discussing 20 items of general education, the same items that the members Team Piaget have answered through their quizzes today. Okay, but of course, before anything else, let us all start with our opening prayer. So please join me as we start our discussion with our prayer. We thank you for this new day, Lord. Help us to embrace all that it may hold for us. To hear the bird song and have new melodies in our hearts. To see the sunrise and create beauty with our hands. To touch the leaves that grow afresh and allow your love to touch our hearts. To smell the fragrance of the flowers and breathe in the wonder of your creation. To dwell on the beauty of our world and study and fathom your miracles. To enjoy the conversations we have and the lessons we go to. May we drink in all the goodness you have for us. Amen. All right, once again, we will be discussing general education items today, but there's a lot of other things that are going on our Facebook page, no, sa ating Gurong Pinoy. Of course, one of these is our Road to 100K Christmas giveaway. Meron po tayong giveaway, meron po tayong paraffle, where 25 lucky Kaguro winners are going to be receiving 500. It might be GCash or cash. Okay, so that's our road, no, our way of celebrating our road to 100K, almost 100K subscribers or followers on our Facebook page. So there will be 5 lucky winners every day starting December 19 until December 23. Bukas po yung ating first raffle after po ng ating live stream, no, after ng discussion natin sa Prof Ed, magkakaroon po tayo ng raffle for the 5 lucky winners of 500 GCash and cash. Now, please just read and follow the mechanics that's posted on our Facebook page. Make sure that you are commenting on the original post. Nakalink po doon yung original post. Mag-comment po kayo doon. Follow the mechanics. You need to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Of course, you need to follow our Facebook page. Just follow everything that's stated there as part of the directions so that you can join our raffle, now our Road to 100K Christmas giveaway. And that can give you a chance to win 500. It might be GCash or cash. And that's going to be a total of 25 lucky winners. So again, we will be drawing 5 lucky winners every day. That's from December 19th, starting tomorrow after the live stream. Then December 20 until 23, that will be at 6 p.m. Philippine time. So please join us and you may have a chance to win 500 GCash or cash. Now, of course, 2 other things that are happening. The first one that we have here, left part of your screen, is the LET schedule for batch 2. That's the schedule for those who are taking the LET on January 30, 2022. And of course, this is all exclusive for the members of our Team Piaget. So again, I advise that you become a member of Team Piaget. So today is December 18th, and we are going to be discussing Gen Ed items, that's 20 items. Then, of course, December December 19th, tomorrow, we will have Prof Ed. After Prof Ed discussion, we are going to have a raffle draw for the 5 lucky winners of 500 Gcash or cash. Then December 22 to 24th, our members of Team PSA are going to be answering their pre-board. Your pre-board are going to be posted on quizzes. Okay, so any of those days from December 22 until 24 po, pwede po kayong sumagot. Okay, so at your own pace, it's going to be asynchronous, no? So kayo pong bahala kung kailan kayo po pwedeng sumagot ng inyong pre-board. That's 100 items for Gen Ed, also 100 items for your Prof Ed. Now, by December 26th, we are going to start our final coaching. Again, this is for free for the members of our Team PSA. December 26th, that's the day after Christmas, we will have Gen Ed. Then January 2, we'll have Prof Ed. That's the day after the New Year, of course. And January 8 to 9, Gen Ed Prof Ed, the same thing until the weekend prior to your Sunday, no, prior to the weekend when you will be taking your lit. And aside from that, we are going to be posting extra videos on Team PSA, those videos that we've had as part of our final coaching in the previous program, no, sa Team Gardner and Team Erickson natin, yung mga pasado na, mga LPTs na. Yung mga final coaching po natin na video doon, ililipat natin sa Team PSA so that, of course, the members of Team PSA are going to be helped. And we can be assured that they will pass their upcoming licensure examination for teachers, which will be on January 30, 2022. So again, please take note of your class schedule, Team PSA. If you are still not a member of Team PSA, magpa-member na po. Again, our membership is open for batches 3, 4, and all those who will be taking the September LEP. No? So again, kahit na wala pa po kayong schedule, magpa-member na po kayo so that you'll have more time to prepare. Now, the other side, the right side of your screen, we are having this donation. Now we are having this fund drive. Our donation is going to be helping the typhoon victims in Iloilo. Alam naman natin na napakaraming nasalanta ng bagyo, no? Hindi lamang sa Iloilo, of course in other parts of Visayas, but of course we are from Iloilo, and so those that we can help are those within our vicinity. So again, we would like to encourage you, please do help. They are waiting for us to help. Let's do something for them. Small things with great love will make a difference. So again, even if you can only give us 10 pesos, that would come a long way, no? Wala pong minimum amount, no? So 10 pesos, 20 pesos, 100 pesos, 1,000 pesos, if you want to, that would come a long way, and that would help a lot of our kababayans na nasalanta, of course, ng Bagyong Odette. Now, for details of how you can help us and how you can send your donation, nasa posting po natin sa Gurong Pinoy's Facebook page. There's the GCash and there's account, no, that's under the name of Sir Ramana, my husband. So again, please do help. We are all blessed that we were safe, no? And napaka-importante that we are safe, and of course, damage to property lamang yung maraming nangyaring damage to property. Of course, nagpapasalamat tayo. Hindi masyado maraming casualties in terms of people, but of course, if we can help, please do extend your help. Again, your 10 pesos can come a long way. Please do help us, and please support our donation drive for the victims of Typhoon Odette in Iloilo. Okay, now again, you can also support us by sending us your stars and also your super chat, super stickers, stars on Facebook, and of course, super chat, super stickers on YouTube. Now, tonight's discussion, usually we do just snippets sa ating Facebook page, not sa ating YouTube channel, but for tonight's discussion, we are doing this live stream for free sa YouTube channel natin sa Facebook page. So hindi po mapuputol yung video ninyo, no? Again, this is part of our review for a cause and also part of our donation drive for the victims of Typhoon Odette. So again, while you are enjoying this video, please think of our kababayans who have had calamities these past few days due to Typhoon Odette. So please help them. Please send us your donations through GCash or through our account, our bank account. All right. So again, please, if you are watching us on Facebook, please do like this video, share this video, start a watch party, tag your friends. And of course, you can also support us by sending us your stars. If you are watching us on YouTube, please do like this video, share this video, start a, no, you cannot start a watch party. You can just send us your super chat, super stickers. If you are ready, go ahead and like this video. Share na po yung ating video. Medyo maraming absent ngayon, no? Marami sigurong wala pang kuryente, kahit yung mga admin assistants natin, nawala ng internet, no? So medyo may kabagalan yung pagre-reply namin sa inyo. Please forgive us, we apologize, no? And we understand that it might have caused convenience on your part, but wala pong signal, no? Walang internet signal, and wala ding kuryente sa malaking bahagi ng Visayas. Okay, so please try to understand. But of course, once everything is back to normal, we will be getting back to all your inquiries. Okay, so again, please do share any amount through our GCash and also through our bank account. No, again, you will be able to enjoy this full-length video. This is part of our review for a cause full-length video, not only on our Team Piachet's Facebook group. It's also free, and it's also full-length video on our Facebook page, also on our YouTube channel. Okay, please like this video. Okay, like this video, start a watch party, tag your friends. Okay, and please support us by sending through our GCash. No, any help will do. All right, we start with our general education. Again, this is question number 1. Okay, number 1. Life is like a roller coaster. This is an example of what figure of speech? Is it letter A, metaphor, letter B, simile, letter C, personification, or letter D, hyperbole? What do you think is the correct choice for question 1? This is, of course, part of English. Okay, figures of speech. All right, what's your answer for question number 1? Ma'am Priscilla Llamas says simile. Ma'am Tin Acabo, yung mga Team Thunders natin to, ng mga veterano natin. Letter B. I see a lot of letter B. Sir G. Arlin Togonen also says letter B. Sir Ray Olivar. Ma'am Buena Feporol. Ma'am Yes Samporna ng mga team veteran natin. Yung mga last year pa nasa Gurong Pinoy na. Okay, so letter B. All of you are saying letter B. No, medyo kabisado nyo na tong question na to. New member, Ma'am Sohaila Padilla, IA. Welcome po. Assalamualaikum to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so letter B, lahat ng inyong choice. And of course, letter B is the answer for number 1. Okay, so letter B po ang ating tamang choice dito. Of course, whenever you say simile, there should be the presence of your words like or as. Okay, so here, napaka-obvious, you have the term like. And so when you are comparing two things, two objects, and you use the terms like or maybe as, AS, no? That's what we call simile. Metaphor is similar to simile, pero yung metaphor mo po ay walang words na like and as. Okay? So this here is obviously simile. Personification naman, in Filipino, we call this pagtatao, no? Pagtatao. This is when you are giving personality traits to an object which is inanimate. No? So human-like characteristics to an object. Okay, so say, for example, you're talking about the sun, and you say the sun is smiling at me. No, so smiling is a trait or is a skill or something that a person can do. And so when you are giving that trait, that quality to something that's not really a person, then you call that personification. And of course, hyperbole, this is exaggeration. No, pagmamalabis in Filipino. Okay, so pagmamalabis po ito sa Filipino when you are exaggerating words, no? So exaggerating things using exaggeration of words. Okay, so here letter B is the correct choice, and you are correct. Okay, so letter B is right. Number 2, when the stems of vines grow around poles of fences, what kind of response is exhibited? Is it letter A, hydrotropism, letter B, phototropism, letter C, thigmotropism, or letter D, geotropism? This, of course, is part of science. Okay, so again, all our items are coming from the previous let, no? So you are assured that these items will be in your let. Okay, so what do you think is the correct choice here? When the stems of vines grow around poles of fences, what kind of response is exhibited? Hydrotropism, phototropism, letter C, thigmotropism, or letter D, geotropism? Okay, this case right here, nag-aagaw, may C, may B. Karamihang choice ninyo ay C. All right, those of you still have not liked our video, there's still mga 50 people, no, 50 viewers na hindi pa po nagla-like. Paki-like na po ng ating video. And of course, please do share our video so that you can help your neighbors, you can help your classmates, no, para makapag-prepare din po sila for their LET. All right, C or B? Ano kaya yung tamang choice? Sino kaya yung tumpak? Sino kaya yung ligwak? Is it C or B? All right, so again, going back to the question that we have here, when the stems of vines grow around poles or fences, okay? So, yung stem mo, yung vine mo ay kumakapit, no? Yung bagging mo kumakapit around poles of fences. What kind of response is exhibited? Now, the responses of plants, we usually term this tropism, no? Yung tropism is a term that we use for the different responses of plants. Okay, so here, what we are looking for is letter C. Okay, so letter C po ito, thigmotropism. Hindi po siya phototropism. Thigmotropism is the response to touch. Okay, so response to touch. Nagko-curl siya, no? It grows around the poles of fences because of its contact with the pole of fence, no? So its thigmotropism again is the response to touch. So letter C po yung ating tamang choice dito. Hydrotropism is the response to water. Okay, so response to water ito in hydrotropism. So usually we'd say the roots of your plants would have or would exhibit positive hydrotropism because of course they would grow towards the source of water. Phototropism is the response to light. Wala namang mention ng light dito, no? So hindi po siya letter B. Phototropism, again, photo means light. Okay, so usually examples dito is when you put a plant on the windowsill, usually the stems would grow towards the source of light. The stems would grow towards the window, no? So that's phototropism. If you look at your sunflower, yung sunflower mo would also follow the direction of the sun. So that's phototropism. Geotropism is the response to the pull of gravity. Sometimes it's also called gravitropism. Okay, so the roots of plants would also exhibit positive geotropism, while the stems of your plants would exhibit negative geotropism. When you say positive tropism, no, it's towards the source. It's towards the stimulus. But when you say negative, it's away from the stimulus. So yung roots mo, dahil nag-grow siya towards gravity, no, towards the center of the earth, it is called positive geotropism. While yung stem mo, paakit naman siya, no, it's going away from your gravity, from the earth, and so we call that negative geotropism. But here again, we are looking for thigmo. Okay, so thigmotropism po ito dahil we are talking about the response to touch. Okay, so thigmotropism, ang ating correct choice, letter C, naligwak yung mga letter B, bawi na lang. Awit, pero move on. So these right here are some pictures of thigmotropism. Okay, so this one is thigmotropism. Ito yung nasa question natin, no? So they would respond to touch. They would respond to coming into contact with the poles of the fences. One classic example, of course, of a plant that exhibits thigmotropism is your Mimosa podicana, your makahiya. Okay, so once you touch your makahiya, no, nagko-close siya. Okay, so that's thigmotropism. Another one would be your Venus flytrap, no? So whenever there is an insect, it would close. Okay, so that's thigmotropism. So again, letter C po ang ating hinahanap, hindi po letter B, pero move on tayo with question number 3. Which of the following pairs demonstrates symbiosis? Is it letter A, chick and corn plant, letter B, cat and mice, letter C, butterfly and bean flower, or letter D, monkey and banana? Okay, ligwak si Sir Greg Bulanon. Okay lang po yan. Move on. Sir Dustin Agsalod, present ulit. God bless Gurong Pinoy and Ma'am Mek. Maraming salamat po. Of course, Sir Dustin Agsalod is one of our fresh LPTs, no? Kakapasalamang. Maraming salamat, Sir Dustin. Ligwak, sabi ni Ma'am Munayda Mimbisa. Okay lang po yan. Move on po. Bawi. Hindi pa naman po let, no? Importante, alam nyo na yung sagot ngayon para sa actual let ay tama na kayo, hindi na kayo ligwak. Again, we would like to welcome our Team Newbie, no? Yung members ng Team Newbie, yung mga kakapanood lamang sa atin. And of course, yung ating Team Thunders, Team Veterano, welcome back. Again, please become a member of Team Piaget para po ma-enjoy ninyo always na every weekend. Yung ating quizzes, you can answer it in the morning. Then of course, the full-length video, you can enjoy it. You can download our PowerPoint presentation. There's free final coaching and there's free pre-board. Okay, so please become a member of Team Piaget. How? Just send us a message to our Facebook page. C for the win, sabi ni Sir Darwin. C kaya ang tamang choice. Okay, a lot of you are saying C. May iilang ibang choice. Okay, so again, the question here. The question is, which of the following pairs demonstrate symbiosis? Okay, so you have the following choices: chick and corn plant. Letter B, cat and mice. Letter C, butterfly and bean flower. Or letter D, monkey and banana. Okay, the correct choice here, of course, would be letter C. Tama yung letter C, no? Butterfly and bean flower. This is a type of symbiotic relationship, which is mutualism. Mutualism. Puntahan po natin yung ating next slide. So whenever you say symbiosis, sim here would mean the same, and bio, of course, means living. And this here, symbiosis, is any relationship where two or more species live closely together. Now, there are three different types of symbiosis. The first one is mutualism. Both of them are happy. Okay, so here, for example, a classic example for this would be your carabao and your tagak, no? Yung carabao at yung tagak. Yung carabao kasi ay nalilinis yung katawan niya dahil kinakain ng tagak yung insects, no, na sa katawan ng inyong carabao. So yung benefit ng carabao is that its body gets cleaned and yung tagak naman gets food from the body of your carabao. So that's mutualism. Okay, so that's mutualism. Plus, that means both of them get benefit, both of them are happy. Okay, now commensalism. Commensalism here, plus and zero. Okay, so plus here means one of the organisms benefit while the other is not benefiting, nor is it harmed. No? So walang pakialam yung isa, hindi siya apektado. Okay, so again, plus for one organism that gets benefits while the other organism really does not care, no? So the other organism is not affected. This is commensalism. So our example here, itong organism would get some shade, no, or protection coming from this bigger organism here. So this green organism gets some benefits, but the other organism actually does not get anything, no? Wala naman siyang benefit, wala naman siyang harm, hindi din naman siya harmed. Okay, so that's commensalism. Now, parasitism mo, that's plus and minus. One organism gets benefit while the other one is harmed. Okay, so this one right here is a parasite, no? We call that parasite. So yung parasite mo nagiget ng benefit, usually nutrition, no? It gets nutrition from the host. Ito naman yung host mo. The one that gets harmed, that's the host. Okay, so the host is very sad because the parasite is getting some benefit from it. Okay, so plus minus. Okay, so plus minus ito. Now, when you say parasites, we have two different types of parasites. Your parasites can be internal parasites. They can also be external parasites. Pag sinabi mong internal parasites, nasa loob ng katawan mo, no? So yung mga bulate, no? Yung mga nasa intestines natin, intestinal flux mo, yung mga nasa katawan ng, nasa loob, no? Nasa loob ng digestive tract ng pets ninyo, no, yung mga bulate nila, that would be internal parasites. So external parasites naman, yung mga nakikita natin sa labas, syempre kuto, lisa, ticks, no, yung ticks, yung ano pa ba, yung sometimes leeches can also be considered external parasites. Siya minsan, no, yung boyfriend mo, yung girlfriend mo, nagiging parasite din. So this would make you think about your relationship, no, even your relationship with another person, your actual relationship. Is it mutualism? Are you both happy? Do you both get benefits? Is it commensalism? Isang tao lang ba yung nakikinabang? Yung isa dead man, o wala naman siyang pakinabang, wala din naman hindi din naman siya na-harm? Or is it parasitism? One of you is happy, getting all the benefits, while the other one is harmed. Yung isa ay nasasaktan na. Okay? So what type of relationship do you all have? Okay? So sabi nga natin, sometimes your ex, your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend can be a parasite too, no? Sabi nga ni si Sharon ba yun? Okay? So get out of my house. I don't need a parasite. Okay, so parasitism is part of symbiosis. Now, sa ating choice kanina or sa ating question kanina, that was mutualism. Mutualism po yun, no? So the butterfly and the bean flower, this is actually mutualism. So what happens is that whenever you have pollination, alam niyo naman kung ano yung pollination, the transfer of the pollen grains, no, from the anther to the ovary. Whenever you have pollination, the butterfly here is your pollinating agent. So siya yung nagta-transfer ng pollen grains. Of course, the benefit that the butterfly would get would be getting the food. So nectar, no? Hinihigop niya yung nectar coming from the plant. And of course, the bean flower here gets pollinated. So that's the advantage, or that's the benefit that it gets from this process. So that's mutualism. Both of them would get benefit. Yung chick and corn plant mo, wala naman, hindi, they are not in symbiotic relationship. They're not living closely together. Cat and mice, this is predation. No? So predation po ito, and predation is not part of symbiosis. So predation, you have the prey, and you have the prey as the mice, and of course you have the predator, which is the cat. No? Monkey and banana, hindi din siya. Parang katulad siya ng A mo, where the chick would just eat the corn plant, monkey would just eat the banana. Okay, so letter C po ang ating tamang choice. Aba, parasitism, si Sir Caleb Clamor. Pero ako, siya yung may benefit. Okay, so ikaw yung parasite, sir. All right, so again, number 3, that's letter C, butterfly and bean flower. And this we've mentioned is mutualism. Okay, so mutualistic type of relationship siya. All right, we move on. In number 4, math, your favorite. The ratio of the number of carabaos, goats, and cows in the farm is 5:1:12. If there are 54 animals of these kinds in his backyard, how many of them are carabaos? Is it letter A, 12, letter B, 10, letter C, 15, or letter D, 8? Sir Datulino, Bala, welcome po. Newbie, si Sir Datulino. Ayun, si Sir Caleb pala. Newbie din, no? Yung ating parasite, Sir Caleb Clamor. Okay, what's your choice for number 4? Again, please do like this video, share this video, start a watch party, tag your friends. And of course, if you can send us your donation, no, for our Typhoon Odette's Fund Drive for the victims of Typhoon Odette sa Iloilo, please do send us some of your funds. So any amount would do. It would come a long way. There's GCash, and there's also the bank account that we have posted on our Facebook page. You can also support us by sending us stars on Facebook right now, or also sending us super chat, super stickers on YouTube. Okay, letter C, sure na sure, ha? Sabi ni Sir Greg, letter C, sure na to. Sure kaya in letter C? Okay, which one do you think is the correct choice? Maraming nagsabi letter C. Okay, so you have a farm with 54 animals, no? So 54 yung hayop sa farm na yon, sa backyard na yon. And the ratio of your 3 different types of animals would be 5 carabaos is to 1 goat is to 12 cows. Now the question is, how many of them are carabaos? Okay, now what do we do so that we can get the answer, no, the correct answer? Now what we do is we divide the total number by the total ratio. Okay, so total number divided by total ratio. Okay, so again, the total number divided by total ratio. Total number here is 54 animals. And we divide that by our total ratio. Total ratio would be 5 plus 1, which is 6, plus 12. Okay, so that's 18. Okay, so that means we divide 54 by 18. That would give us an answer of 3. So that means kada parte na ito ay i-multiply natin ng 3. Okay, so unang-una, as is po ito, ha. So this would be the different ratios that we have according to the different animals that we have here. So that means yung carabaos mo, ang ratio niya is 5. Yung goats mo, ratio would be 1. Yung cows mo, ratio would be 12. Okay, so what we do is we multiply the 5 parts here, which is for carabao, by 3. Okay, so carabaos 5 multiplied by 3, that would give you 15. If you are looking for the number of goats, that would be 1 times 3. There's 3 goats. And of course, if you are looking for the number of cows, that's 12 times 3, giving you 36. And again, if you try to check, 15 plus 3 plus 36 would give you a total of 54. Okay, so that would give you a hint that your calculations are correct. Now, we are looking for Carabaos here, and your answer for Carabaos would be 15. So, tumpak nga yung letter C. Okay, so sure na sure, tama yung letter C. Okay, so letter C is tumpak for number 4. Okay, again, if you are a member of Team PSA, you don't need to screenshot this. You don't need to write anything. This can be downloaded from our Facebook group later. All right, number 5. What is the probability of getting a multiple of 3 when a die is tossed? Is it letter A, 1/4, letter B, 1/2, letter C, 1/3, or letter D, 1/6? Okay, what's your choice for question number 5? This is still math. What do you think is the correct choice for number 5? Number 5 na po tayo, mga kaguro. Ano po ang inyong choice for number 5? Okay, I see a lot of letter B's. May iilang C and D. Okay. Oh, may A pa. So, samot-sari, no? Pero karamihang sagot ay letter C. Sino kaya yung tumpak at sino kaya yung ligwak for number 5? Okay, so sabi ng question mo sa number 5, what is the probability of getting a multiple of 3 when a die is tossed? Okay, so unang-una, no, kailangan nating himay-himayin yung ating question. Sabi dito sa question natin, when a die is tossed. Die here is singular for dice, no? So singular siya for dice. So that means isang die lamang yung iyong itutoss. Ano yung probability makakakuha ka ng multiple of 3? Now, the next term that we have here is multiple. Ano ba yung multiple? No, yung multiple po ay different po siya from factors. Yung factors po, pag sinabi mong factors, these are the numbers that you multiply to get a certain product. But when you say multiple, ito yung products, no, when you multiply a certain number by 1, by 2, by 3, by 4, and so on. So here we are looking for multiples of 3. Now, if you only have one die, ano ba yung mga multiples of 3 doon? Of course, the multiples of 3 would be 3 and 6, no? And for us to get the probability, we will be dividing the number of occurrences of that event of getting a multiple of 3 by the total number of trials or outcomes. Okay, so again, the multiples of 3 would be 3 and 6. Okay, so 3 here is the product of multiplying 3 by 1. 6 is a product of multiplying 3 by 2. Wala naman siyang, hindi na pwede yung 9 kasi wala namang 9 sa inyong die, no? Yung die mo would only have 1, 2, 3 until 6. Okay, so there's only 2 possible outcomes, no? Number of occurrences would be 2. Total number of trials or outcomes, ilan ba yung phases ng die mo? Total number would be 6. So that means we are going to be dividing 2 by 6 to total number of outcomes dahil dalawa lamang yung multiples of 3 na makikita natin. And that will be divided by total number of outcomes that will be 6. And that would give us the simplest form, which is 1 over 3. Now, 1 over 3, we got this by dividing both our numerator and denominator by their GCF, which is 2. No? So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And so the correct choice is letter C, 1/3. Okay, 1/3. Now, tandaan, if your question is talking about a die, your denominator would be 6. Okay, so 6 po yung total number of outcomes mo. If your question states a pair of dice, okay, so a pair of dice, pares ng dice, your denominator will be 36, no? So 36 po yung magiging denominator mo. That's 6 for one die and 6 for the other die. You multiply them, you get a total of 36. If your question for probability is talking about a deck of cards, no? So total number of your cards there will be 52. So yan yung magiging denominator mo. Okay, so dapat alam niyo po yan. Kaya minsan sinasabi natin may edge yung mga nagsusugal, no, sa probability. Dapat alam mo kung ilan ba yung baraha, no, sa total deck of cards complete deck of cards, ilan ba silang lahat? Okay, mabuti na lang walang mahjong, no? Walang mahjong sa probability. Hindi natin alam ilan ba yung total number of mahjong tiles. Okay, so 1/3 po ang ating choice. That's the answer for number 5. Letter C, 1/3. Yon, tumpak. Okay, number 6. Which part of the brain acts as a center of our emotions? Is it letter A, hypothalamus, letter B, medulla, letter C, cerebrum, or letter D, cerebellum? Okay, which one is the correct choice for number 6? Number 6, what's your answer for number 6? All right. Again, please do like this video, share this video. Maraming salamat po. For those of you who still have not liked this video, mag-like na po. We have around 50 people not liking this video. If this video is helping you prepare for your LET, please do like this video and share this video. Okay, I see a lot of letter A's for number 6. Okay, number 6, which part of the brain acts as a center of our emotions? And the correct choice here, hindi po hippopotamus, Sir Marka, is letter A, hypothalamus. Okay, so hypothalamus, letter A, is the correct choice. Let's take a look at your slide. No? So these are some functions of your hypothalamus. First, it controls and integrates activities of the autonomic nervous system, no, autonomous or autonomic nervous system. This is composed of the spinal cord and the brain, which regulates smooth cardiac muscles and glands, synthesizes regulatory hormones that control the anterior pituitary, controls cell bodies of axons. No? So these are some other functions of your hypothalamus. But of course, we are looking for this. It regulates or controls rage, aggression, pain, pleasure, arousal, no? So, dyan lahat. Feeding, thirst, and satiety centers. Controls body temperature, regulates daily patterns of sleep. So, that's your hypothalamus. Kaya nga sabi nila, do not tell, yon. Sabi ni Sir Jazel Jane, tama po yan, ma'am, ni Ma'am Jazel Jane pala. I love you from the bottom of my hypothalamus. Okay, so wag daw po sabihin na I love you with all my heart, but you have to tell your boyfriend, your girlfriend, I love you with all my hypothalamus, because your hypothalamus is the one that controls your emotions. Now, what about the rest of your choices there? No, letter B, your medulla controls autonomic processes. So these processes would include your breathing, breathing, respiration mo, even your reflexes are controlled by medulla. No? So when you cough, pag umubo ka, pag ikaw ay naghikab, no, nagyon ka, nag-sneeze, these are all autonomic processes, your reflexes, and they are controlled by your medulla. Cerebrum mo, this is the part of the brain that you are going to be using for your thinking and memory. So when you take the LET, yung pinakaparte ng brain na gagamitin mo would be your cerebrum. And of course, cerebellum, this is for balance and coordination. Sa balanse, pagko-coordinate ng inyong body movement, that's cerebellum. Okay? But of course, the one that is the center of our emotions is letter A, hypothalamus. Okay? So hypothalamus. All right, number 7. What does the presence of these three divinities, Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos, in Greek mythology symbolize? Is it letter A, power of immortals over mortals? Letter B, mortals' fate depends on the gods. Letter C, destiny cannot be controlled by anyone. Or letter D, immortals play a great part in mortals' life. Okay, which one is your choice? This is part of Greek mythology, no? This is part of literature. At medyo may edge dito yung ating mga English major. Okay? Paki-share po ng ating video. Start a watch party. Tag your friends. Go ahead. And of course, we are having a full-length video on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel right now, as part of our review for a cause, as part of our donation drive for the victims of Typhoon Odette in Iloilo. So please help us by sending us any fund, any amount, through our GCash and also through our bank account. It's posted on our Facebook page. Okay, letter B. I see a lot of letter B's for number 7. Okay, so again, this is part of literature, no? Part siya ng Greek mythology. And we are asked for the symbol, no? Kung ano ba yung symbol ng Clotho, ni Clotho, ni Lachesis, at ni Atropos. In Greek mythology, the presence of these three divinities, three gods, okay, or three goddesses. Is it letter A, power of immortals over mortals? Letter B, mortals' fate depends on the gods. Letter C, destiny cannot be controlled by anyone. Or letter D, immortals play a great part in mortals' life. And the correct choice that we have here is letter B. Mortal's fate depends on the gods, no? So when you say mortal, ito yung tao, no? Yung when you say mortal, no? Ito yung mga namamatay. Yung immortal naman are those that do not die. So these are the gods, no? Yung immortals mo are the gods. But here we are looking for letter B. Mortal's fate depends on the gods. Nakadepende yung kapalaran, yung tadhana ng mga tao sa mga gods, no? So this right here is our explanation. These are the three fates, or sometimes called three fates, no? Si Clotho, si Lachesis, at si Atropos. These your fates or your fates are composed of three sisters, Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos. The fates were a trinity of goddesses. Okay, so three goddesses, they were the personifications of man's life and destiny. These three immortals decided man's fate as a singular force, his life, his lifespan, and death. Consequently, they were in control of the past, the present, and the future. They were not only feared and respected by mortals, they were also in control of the fates of the gods. So even yung fates pala ng gods, sila din control. Okay, so si Clotho dito, siya yung nagbibigay ng buhay. Si Lachesis, siya yung nagbibigay ng lifespan, no? Gaano kahaba yung buhay mo. Siya yung nagdi-determine kung gaano kahaba yung buhay mo. At si Atropos naman yung nagka-cut ng inyong sinulid, no? The sinulid there, the thread would symbolize your life. Okay, so that would be death. That would symbolize death. So that means letter B po yung ating hinahanap. Man's or mortal's life is controlled by the gods. Okay, so man's fate, yung inyong kapalaran, yung inyong destiny, is controlled by the gods or goddesses in this matter. Okay, so letter B po ang ating tamang choice. Now, we go to number 8. It can be used to show the progress in academic grades over 4 quarters. Letter A, pie chart. Letter B, bar graph. Letter C, line graph. Or letter D, circle graph. Okay, which one is the correct choice? Ma'am Trina de la Peña Castro, shout out, watching from Riyadh, KSA. Hope may filing din sa Riyadh, no? We don't know yet, Ma'am Trina. Hintay-hintay na lamang po for any announcement coming from the PRC. I used to also teach in Riyadh, no? Malapit yan sa Oleya. Malapit sa Faisalia Tower. Diyan yung school dati kung saan ako nagturo. In an international school. Okay, I see B's and C's in our comment box. Ano kaya yung choice? Sino kaya yung ligwak? At sino kaya yung tumpa? B kaya or C ang ating sagot for question number 8. Okay, so number 8 here, this can be considered part of math. Now we're talking about graph. This also can be considered part of science. Okay, so graphing, ano yung use, ano yung function ng different types of graph mo. All right. Now, number 8, it can be used to show the progress in academic grades over 4 quarters. If you want to show the progress now of grades over the 4 different quarters, what you can use would be letter C, that's the line graph. Okay, so line graph po, letter C yung ating hanap, not letter B, bar graph, not letter D, circle graph, or nor letter A, pie chart. No, punta natin yung ating explanation. Now, this right here is your line graph. Okay, so line graph po ito. And your line graph kasi, ito yung ating choice, ito yung ating answer because the function of your line graph is to show changes or trend, no? So paano nagbago, paano nag-improve, nag-increase, or nag-decrease yung grades niya. If you want to show the differences, if you want to show the change, the trend over the 4 different quarters, you can use the line graph, no? Because it shows changes and trends. Your pie chart is also called your circle graph. And this type of graph shows relationships of parts to a whole. Okay, so anong parte ng, say for example, yung usual na example dito would be the daily allowance, no? Anong parte ng allowance mo ang inyong ginagastos sa food? Anong parte yung ginagastos mo for online gaming, for example, no? Or usually your monthly budget, which one would, what percentage would go to food, what percentage would go to utilities, no? So pie chart shows relationship of parts to whole. Again, another term for this would be your circle graph. So yung letter A mo and D kanina, parehas ang po yun, no? Pie chart yung letter A natin, letter D natin, circle graph, parehas lang sila. Now, this right here is a bar graph. Of course, we use bars whenever you make your bar graph. And this would show comparison. No? So whenever you have different categories, in this case right here, different types of hair color, you'd use your bar graph. It shows comparison. It is used when you have several options, no? Say you are asking the class what their favorite type of music is, or what genre of movie is their favorite, no? So what you'll use would be your bar graph. Okay, but of course we were looking for line graph because we want to show trend or change over a period of time. Okay, so line graph po ang ating hinahanap. May tumpak, may ligwak, pero awit, move on. With question number 9, this is the part of the male reproductive system that temporarily stores sperm cells. Is this letter A, testis, letter B, epididymis, letter C, vas deferens, or letter D, scrotum? This one is pronounced as epididymis or epididymis. Po pwede din. Okay, which one is your choice for number 9? Bakit may good luck, Sir GR? Okay, number 9, what is your choice? Marami yatang walang kuryente ngayon, no? Walang internet, walang kuryente. Mm-hmm. Okay, what's your answer for question number 9? May A, may B, may D. Sino kaya yung tumpak for number 9? This, of course, is the anatomy of the male reproductive system. So, parte siya ng science. Okay, going back to the question that we have here. Our question is, this is the part of the male reproductive system that temporarily stores sperm cells. Okay, temporarily stores sperm cells. Saan kaya yung parte dito that would temporarily store sperm cell? Is it letter A, testis, letter B, epididymis, letter C, vas deferens, or letter D, scrotum? And the correct choice here is letter B. Okay, so epididymis po yung ating hinahanap, not the testis, not the vas deferens, nor the scrotum. No, hinahanap natin ang parte ng male reproductive system that stores sperm cells temporarily. Puntahan natin yung slide natin, wag po kayo masyashock, no? Lahat naman siguro nakakita na nito, no? If you are a male, of course, you've seen this. If you're a female and you're married, you've seen this. Kahit na hindi kayo married, maaaring meron kayong mga pamangkin, meron kayong anak, nakita nyo na to, no? So, wag pong masyashock. In the name of, or for the sake of education, the name of science, we are going to look at the image that we will be looking at in the next slide. Okay, so these are the different parts of the male reproductive system, no? So if you are a science teacher and you will be presenting this to your class, dapat iseryoso ka, no? So dapat wala kang mali siya. Again, as I've mentioned, this is for the sake of science, no? And in the name of education. Okay, so nakita nyo na to, alam nyo na to, no? Familiar na kayo dito. The first part that we have here, yung tinatawag nating itlog ng mga lalaki is the testis, no? So TES, this would be plural, so dalawa po ito. Ang singular mo would be TES. Okay, so your testis. This part is very important dahil siya yung pinaka-part na nagpo-produce ng sperm cells. Okay, so yung counterpart niya sa female would be the ovaries. Kung yung ovary ang nagpo-produce ng egg cell sa mga babae, sa lalaki naman, the part that produces the sperm cell will be the testis. Okay? So hindi po siya yung sagot natin kasi nahanap natin kanina would be the temporary storage of the sperm cells. Now, the scrotum here, external part yung scrotum mo, no? Ito yung kulubot ng balat. This would be the part of your skin that protects the testis. Okay, so siya yung nagpoprotekta ng testis. That's a scrotum. Sabi nila parang ano siya, no, kulubot siya. It's wrinkled, it's not smooth, parang katulad siya ng skin sa elbow mo, no? So that's the scrotum. And we were looking for the term which is your epididymis. So this right here is your epididymis. Siya yung temporary storage of the sperm cells. Now, sperm cells per se, hindi pa siya viable, no? Hindi pa makakabuntis yung sperm cell kasi dry pa yung sperm cell. So what the sperm cells would do is that they would travel this tube right here, and this is your vas deferens. At siya po yung kinakat, no? Siya yung kinakat at inooperahan whenever the male would have vasectomy. Kaya tinatawag siyang vasectomy. That's the operation that is used, no? And what is operated is your vas deferens. So, tinatali siya para hindi makapunta doon yung sperm cells mo. And then, of course, your sperm cells are going to travel through this tract right here. And the different kinds of vesicles, the different kinds of glands would give nourishment to the sperm cells. Now, so prostate gland, Cowper's glands, Cowper's gland mo, your bulbourethral gland mo, seminal vesicle, these are all going to give nourishment to your sperm cells, would also give moisture, no? Kaya pag lumabas siya, ay basa-basa na siya, no? Ang tawag dyan, yung slimy, madulas na siya, no? So yung seminal vesicle mo, prostate gland, Cowper's gland, bulbourethral glands, no? These are the different parts that would give nourishment and seminal fluid. So pag lumabas siya, hindi na siya sperm cell yung tawag. It's already sperm cells plus seminal fluid. So we call this your semen. Semen na yung tawag. And of course, this right here is the penis. Hindi po penis, ha? It's penis. Okay, so penis. And of course, that's the part where eventually, sa urethra niya, no, dito may hole, dyan po lalabas yung inyong semen. So again, when you say semen, it's already a combination of sperm cells plus seminal fluid. Okay, so what we were looking for is buffering, Ma'am Tin, talaga ba? Okay, so what we are looking for is your epididymis, okay? Temporarily store sperm cells. Your testis is the part that produces your sperm cell. The vas deferens is the part where the tube, no? Your seminal duct kung saan dumadaan yung sperm cells para makapunta dun sa different types of glands para magkaroon ng nourishment and ng seminal fluid. And of course, scrotum, that's the skin that protects the testis. Okay, so we're looking for letter B. Epididymis is correct. Okay, that's number 9. All right, number 10. Ano ang salitang ugat ng pinaglabanan? Is it letter A, laban, letter B, ilaban, letter C, paglaban, or letter D, labanan? Okay, we are looking for salitang ugat. Okay, root word. Which one is the correct choice? Okay, number 10 na po tayo. Again, please do tag your classmates, your friends. Share this video, start a watch party. Sa mga latecomers, welcome po. Sa mga newbies, welcome. Of course, welcome back sa ating mga members ng Team Thunders, sa ating mga veterano. Okay, na-late si Ma'am Melanie. Okay lang po yan, habol po. Okay, this right here, very easy, no? Parang elementary question siya. Okay, so we are just looking for the root word, salitang ugat. Ibig sabihin ay wala pong gitlapi, unlapi, hulapi, no? So, of course, what we are looking for here is letter A, laban. Okay, so letter A, laban is correct. Okay, so letter A, laban po ang ating answer. Number 11, if a picture frame is 27 centimeters long and 18 centimeters wide, what is the ratio of its width to its length? Is it letter A, 2:3, letter B, 3:2, letter C, 5:3, or letter D, 3:5? Okay, what is your choice for number 11? Again, for those who are asking if this video is going to be cut, your video is going to be a full-length video now on YouTube and also on our Facebook page because this is part of our review for a cause We are asking for donations for the typhoon victims, no, yung mga biktima ni Typhoon Odette sa Iloilo. So please send us any amount, any donation, no, through our GCash, also through our bank account. Nakapost po dyan sa ating Facebook page. Maraming maraming salamat po. Okay, 11. A. I see a lot of letter A's for number 11. Number 11, letter A. Okay, so sabi na number 11 mo, meron kang picture frame na ang length ay 27 centimeters and ang width is 18 centimeters. Okay, so 18 centimeters. Now, yung hinahanap na ratio is width to length. Okay, width to length po, hindi po length to width. So that means uunahin mo itong width mo, which is 18 centimeters, then followed by your length, which is 27 centimeters. Okay, so that would be width is to length. Again, the width is 18 centimeters and your length is 27 centimeters. Their GCF, greatest common factor, is 9. Okay, so when you divide both 18 and 27 by 9, 18 divided by 9 is 2, and 27 divided by 9, of course, would give you 3. And so the correct choice here is 2 is to 3. Okay, so 2 is to 3, letter A is the correct choice. Not letter B. Yung mga sumagot ng letter B, hindi binasa na maayos, no? Width is to length po. Width is to length, not length is to width. So, uunahin mong 18 bago yung 27, no? Kasi nahanap ay yung ratio ng width is to length. So, 2 is to 3 is the correct choice for number 11. Okay, klaro na po. Bakit letter A? Bakit hindi letter B, no? So again, when you are taking your let, be very careful. Read the questions really carefully. Iba sa inyo, alam nyo kung ano yung sagot, pero impulsive lang kayo, nagmamadali. Minsan, hindi nyo nakikita yung mga very essential na words no nakalagay. Minsan may not, except, which one of the following is not, no? Except for one. Okay, so dapat careful kayo, basahing maigi. Okay, so letter A po yung ating choice, hindi po letter B. Okay, so that's number 11. Number 12, a toothpick can float on the surface of the water, primarily because of letter A, surface tension, letter B, viscosity, letter C, buoyant force, or letter D, liquid pressure. Okay, which one do you think is the correct choice for number 12? What's the correct choice for number 12? Ano kaya yung tamang choice for question number 12? This is science. And this is a very common question sa LEP, no? Lumalabas po ito. Minsan, ilang beses pa kung lumabas. Okay, so you should be aware of this. Make sure that you know what the correct choice for this question. Okay. Number 12, I see a lot of letter A's in our comment box. Letter A kaya ang tamang choice, but may nag-angry. Sir Orlando, bakit ka po galit? Mali yata yung pindot ni Sir Orlando. Okay, number 12, a toothpick can float on the surface of the water primarily because of what phenomenon would make your toothpick float on the surface of the water? And the correct choice here is letter A, surface tension. Okay, so that's surface tension. Punta natin yung ibang choices natin dito, no, bago ko i-explain. But this right here is surface tension. So usually, lumalabas po ito sa LET, kung hindi po toothpick yung nakalagay dyan, minsan po ay paper clip, minsan naman po ay water strider. Ito yung water strider mo. It's an insect that can float on water, no? So, the reason for this is because of surface tension. Pag sinabi mong surface tension, this is brought about by the cohesion, no? Cohesion between the water molecules. Dahil sa attraction ng different water molecules mo, there is cohesion. Of course, when you say cohesion in science, this means attraction between two or between the same types of substances. No, so if you have water molecules, you'd call the term or you'd use the term cohesion. Okay, so may cohesion, cohesive, yung inyong water molecules, they are attracted to each other. So yung tubig mo ay parang may thin sheet, no, para siyang may plastic cover sa taas. Kaya yung toothpick mo, yung paper clip, or your water strider can easily float on top. Okay, so that's surface tension. Now, when you say viscosity, ito naman is how compact, no? How compact your liquid is. Kung gaano siya ka-compact, kung gaano siya kasiksik, no? So when you say the liquid is very viscous, that means it's very thick, na hindi siya nagfo-flow ng maayos. But when you say that the liquid is not viscous, then that means it can easily flow. Okay, so viscosity is how compact your liquid is. Buoyant force, this right here is buoyant force, no? So when you say buoyant force naman, this is the upward force exerted upon an object which is immersed on a fluid. Okay, so kung ang buoyant force mo, it would actually make your object float kapag yung object mo is less dense than the liquid where it is found, no? So kung less yung density niya than the liquid kung saan siya nakasubmerge, ay magfo-float siya, no? Because it is supported by your buoyant force. Kung denser siya than the liquid where it is found, then it is going to sink, no? Instead of floating, it will sink. Hindi siya kayang isupport ng buoyant force. So again, buoyant force is the upward push on an object which is immersed in fluid. And liquid pressure, of course, that's just the pressure of liquid. Okay, so we're looking for surface tension. Letter A, surface tension is correct. 13, naglalaman ng mga butil ng karunungang kinapapalooban ng mabuting payo na hango sa tunay na karanasan ng ating mga ninuno. Is it letter A, salawikain, letter B, palaisipan, letter C, sawikain, or letter D, bugtong? Okay, which one is correct for number 13? Maraming salamat to all our star senders. Pag meron po kayong GCash, we would prefer that you send your donations through GCash kasi nakukuha po natin kaagad yung GCash, no? Yung stars po kasi it would be processed by Facebook and of course matagal pa po siya, no? Hindi natin alam kung darating yung stars. But of course, we appreciate you supporting Gurong Pinoy. Maraming salamat for the stars, our star senders through Facebook page, and of course, through our super chatters through our YouTube channel. But of course, if you'd like to help us, support us, our donation drive for the victims of Typhoon Odette in Iloilo, please do send us any amount through our GCash. It is posted on our Facebook page, no? Nandyan po yung GCash and nandyan din po yung ating bank account. I'm trying to check if I can see it. Sir Migs, if you are watching, please send a comment with the GCash and also with the bank account. Sir Migs, of course, and Baby Rain are already in Iloilo. Okay, so Sir Migs, if you're watching, please send us the GCash and the bank account so that I can post it. I can flash it on the screen. They can easily see it and they can easily give their donation. Again, any amount po will come a long way. So please try to donate and try to support our review for a cause. Okay, number 13. It's letter A, letter C. Ano kaya yung tamang choice? Okay, so number 13 here, sabi ng number 13 mo, naglalaman ng mga butil ng karunungang kinapapalooban ng mabuting payo na hango sa tunay na karanasan ng ating mga ninuno. Is it letter A, salawikain, letter B, palaisipan, letter C, sawikain, or letter D, bugtong? Okay, now as you know, palaisipan and bugtong halos magkaparehas, no? Yung bugtong mo ay isang uri din ng palaisipan, no? So, riddle or bugtong, hindi po sila, hindi po yung palaisipan din, hindi siya yung ating choice here. Now, we are torn between A and C. So, alin kaya dito yung ating nahanap, no? Sabi ng inyong tanong, naglalaman siya ng mga butil ng karunungan. Another term for this would be kasabihan, no? Pag nag-join ka ng contest o yung mga nasa Itbulaga, nasa Bawal Judgmental, no? Or nag-join siya ng contest, kunwari sa Miss Gay, no? sa Showtime, meron silang palaging salawikain, no? Meron silang salawikain or kasabihan. So that is the correct choice here. Salawikain is our answer, hindi po sawikain. Salawikain, ito yung mga galing sa ating mga ninuno, galing sa ating mga lolo at lola, no? So yung hint dito, usually binibigay ko sala, no? So kasalanan ni lolo at ni lola kung bakit meron tayong salawikain. Galing kasi sa kanila itong ating mga salawikain, yung ating mga kasabihan. Okay, so salawikain is the correct choice. Kasalanan ni lolo at ni lola, no? Ang sawikain mo naman, ito yung mga hugot lines mo, no? Medyo modern na yung sawikain. Hugot lines would be under sawikain. Okay, so puntahan natin yung ating mga halimbawa. So this right here ay mga halimbawa ng salawikain. Again, when you say salawikain, meron silang aral na binibigay at ito ay galing sa ating mga ninuno, no, lolo at lola. Kasalanan ni lolo at ni lola kung bakit tayo may salawikain. No? Ginagamit ko lamang po yung hint na yan na kasalanan ni lolo at ni lola para madali nyong maalala, no, na salawikain yung mga kasabihan. Okay, so walang masamang kanya, walang mabuti sa iba. May tainga ang lupa, may pakpak ang balita. Aanhin pa ang damo kung patay na ang kabayo. Okay, anak na di paluhain, ina ang patatangisin. Okay, two other examples of salawikain here. Kapag may isunuksok, may madudukot. Tama, ang taong walang kibo, nasa loob ang kulo. Okay, so these are the different salawikain na meron tayo. No? So again, kasalanan ni lolo at ni lola, kung bakit tayo may mga kasabihan, bakit tayo may mga salawikain. Okay, now this here are examples of sawikain. So again, yung sawikain naman, medyo modern na siya. Yung mga hugot lines nyo ay parte na ng sawikain, no? For example, illegal parking, tinatambayan mo ang hindi naman para sa'yo. Sakit, no? Relate na relate yung iba dyan. Ang daling matulog, ang hirap bumangon. Ang daling mahulog, ang hirap mag-move on. Okay, so this is an example of sawikain. Paano mo makikita yung para sa'yo kung ayaw mong tantanan yung pinipilit mong maging iyo? Okay, so that means wag mong pilitin kung hindi talaga para sa iyo, move on na, no? Hirap daw mag-move on, sabi ng second sawikain natin dito. So again, yung sawikain mo medyo modern take na siya, no? Medyo moderno, yung mga nakakatawa usually hugot lines mo are examples of sawikain, yung galing naman sa ating mga ninuno, lolo at lola, you call that salawikain, salawikain. Okay, we move on. Number 14, it refers to the increasing reliance on markets, not governments, to guide economic activities. Letter A, deregulation. Letter B, privatization. Letter C, liberation. Or letter D, globalization. Okay, ano kaya yung tamang choice? Which one is the correct choice for number 14? Number 14 na po tayo. Ano kaya ang ating tamang choice for number 14? Question number 14. This is social science. Social science po. Ayun. Okay, hanapin ko lang yung post ni Sir Migs. Ayun. All right, so yan po, no? If you'd want to help us support our donation drive, free let online review for a cause. Again, we're doing it right now. Kaya you are enjoying the full-length video right now. Hindi puputol yung video natin sa ating Facebook page and sa ating YouTube channel ngayon. Your donation brings hope to the families affected by Typhoon Odette in Iloilo. You may send your donations. GCash account is Ramil Manaay. No, you have the GCash number there. Or you can also send your donation through Union Bank. Okay, so I also have Ramil Manay savings account right there. Again, any amount will do, no? So any amount will come a long way. Any amount will be appreciated. All the amounts that you are going to donate will be used for our drive, no? Food drive for all the calamity victims of Typhoon Odette in our vicinity, no? Sa Iloilo po. Maraming salamat. Okay, going back to the question that you have here, it refers to the increasing reliance on markets, not governments, to guide economic activity. Is it letter A, deregulation, letter C, or letter B, privatization, letter C, liberation, or letter D, globalization? Ano kaya yung tamang choice? Iba-iba po ang inyong sagot. Which one do you think is the correct choice? Ang tamang choice dito ay letter A. This is deregulation. Okay, so deregulation po yung ating hinahanap. Hindi po privatization or C or D, no? When you say deregulation, this is the reduction or elimination of government power in a particular industry, usually enacted to create more competition within the industry. Napaka-common na example ng deregulation sa atin ay sa langis, no? So there's deregulation law, no? So hindi kontrolado ng ating gobyerno yung oil market sa bansa natin. So again, yung pinaka-purpose sana nito is to create more competition within the industry, pero in reality, hindi po sila nagko-compete, no? Meron tayong tinatawag na cartel, no? Oil cartel. Sila mismo ay nag-uusap-usap, sasabihin nila na let's have a price hike, no? Let's have a price increase by 12 midnight tonight, no? 12 midnight, 12 midnight, or 12 in the morning na pala yung 12 o'clock, no? And so, hindi nagagawang nag-create na more competition dahil sila mismo ay nagko-collab sila, no? Nagko-collab sila. May collusion sa kanila, nag-uusap sila at kaya nga tinatawag natin silang oil cartel. Okay, but this here is a term that we are looking for, deregulation, reduction or elimination of government power. Kaya hindi nakokontrol ng ating gobyerno yung oil price sa Pilipinas. No? Sometimes they'd say it's based on the world market, pero usually yung three big companies there would just be talking to each other and would just decide if they are going to have an oil price hike. Okay, so when you say privatization naman, binibenta no sa private companies yung mga dating owned by the government. So say PLDT dati ano siya, government owned siya. Yung PNB partially ngayon private na rin siya, no? So that's privatization. Liberation, of course, this means freedom. Globalization is when the world becomes smaller, when communication becomes easier, no? Everyone is in touch with each other. So ngayon nakakanood na tayo ng mga TV shows galing sa Amerika, galing sa Korea, no? Nakaka-order ka na through Shopee na galing sa China, through Shein, no? Na galing din China or any other parts of the world. So that's globalization. The world becomes a smaller community. Okay, so deregulation po hinahanap natin. Letter A po ang ating tamang choice. Number 15. Anong uri ng tayutay ang pahayag na ito? Ang kabutihan mo sa buhay ang magiging hakbang sa pag-unlad. Is it letter A, pagtutulad? Letter B, pagwawangis? Letter C, pagpapalitawag? Or letter D, personifikasyon? Okay, this is Filipino. Tayutay in English is figures of speech. Okay, what's your choice for question 15? Number 15, what is our choice? Okay, I see B's for number 15. B kaya yung tamang choice? Is it letter B for number 15? Okay, what do you think is our choice for number 15? Okay, again, please support our fund drive for all the victims of Typhoon Odette in Iloilo. Nandyan po sa ating video, no? Nasa baba po ng ating video. There's a GCash account. There's also a Union Bank account. Again, any amount is highly appreciated. Your video right now is a full-length video because of our review for a cause, of course, which is part of our donation drive for the typhoon victims of Typhoon Odette in Iloilo. So please support us and help us give them, provide them some food. Okay, so especially maraming nasalanta, no? Maraming nasa evacuation centers. Okay, 15. Anong uri ng tayutay ang pahayag na ito? Ang kabutihan mo sa buhay ang magiging hakbang sa pag-unlad. Okay, letter B, letter C, well, kompleto yung ating choice, no? Kompleto yung sagot nyo. From A to D, meron. Okay, pero ano ba yung nahanap natin, no? Tayutay. Ang kabutihan mo sa buhay ang magiging hakbang sa pag-unlad. And of course, the correct choice here would be letter D, personification. Okay, yung personification, this is personification in English. This is also called pagtatao, no? Pagtatao din ito sa Filipino. But of course, we can also use the term personification because of course, anong sabi dito, yung kabutihan, kabutihan naman ay hindi tao, no? It's a trait. Kabutihan mo ang magiging hakbang. Okay? So, magiging hakbang. Siya yung hahakbang sa pag-unlad. Okay? So, letter D, personification po yung ating hinahanap. Okay? So, you are giving personal qualities, personal characteristics is something that is not a person because you are talking about kabutihan here. Okay? Good heart will be your steps, no? Those are going to make the steps. Okay, so pagtutulad here in English, yung pagtutulad po ay simile. Pagwawangis ay metaphor, no? So wala naman siyang term na katulad, wala namang hindi naman siya pagwawangis. This is not a metaphor. Now pagpapalit tawag in English, this is metonymy. Okay, so iba siya sa pagpapalit saklaw. Ang pagpapalit saklaw mo naman ay sinekdoke, no? Sa pagpapalit saklaw, sinekdoke. Your pagpapalit tawag ay metonymy. Okay, now the next slide is going to show you the difference between metonymy and sinekdoke. No, halos magkaparehas kasi sila. When you say sinekdoke, a part would represent the whole. Okay, or pwede na namang the whole is represented by a part. Or the whole would represent a part. For example, a specific class would represent the whole. The material is representing an object. For example, here you have the sails would refer to ship. Hired hands would refer to workers. Police would represent one or several officers. The society refers to a specific sector. Okay, so again, when you say sinekdoke in Filipino, this is pagpapalit saklaw. Okay, pagpapalit saklaw po ito. You are using a part to represent the whole, or it can be vice versa. You may use the whole to represent a part. No, metonymy naman, a stand-in for other words. You are using another term, no, to represent one other term. For example, dish is used for an entire plate of food. Tongue is used in place of language. The big house refers to prison. Hollywood refers to film industry. Okay, so these are metonymy. This is pagpapalit tawag na pagpapalit tawag. So again, sinekdoke, it starts with the letter S. In Filipino, this is pagpapalit saklaw, also starting with the letter S. Metonymy, this starts with the letter M. This is pagpapalit tawag, no, sa Filipino. Now, we have our mnemonic here. My mom is related to me, but my sin is a part of me. My mom, this represents metonymy, no? My mom is related to me. Whenever you are using metonymy, you are just using a word that is related to another word. But my sin, this is sinekdoke, is a part of me. So in sinekdoke, you are using a part of the whole. Okay, so yan po yung ating mnemonic. Good eve po, Ma'am Mek. Pwede po ako hingi ng address para magbayad po ako. Dati po ako member ng Team Gardner. Mamaya po, sir. Address po ba ni Ma'am Richelle? Please send a message na lang po sa ating Facebook page, Sir Adolfo Pimentel Mari. Okay, so again here, my mom, metonymy, is just using a related word. My sin, sinekdoke, is using a part to represent the whole. Again, sinekdoke in Filipino is pagpapalit saklaw. Metonymy is pagpapalit tawag. Okay, that's pagpapalit tawag. But of course, we were looking for personification, no? Personification, letter D, for the item we just had. All right, number 16, which is an unlawful act of escaping from payment of taxes. Letter A, shifting. Letter B, evasion. Letter C, avoidance. Letter D, exemption. What term are we looking for number 16? Number 16. What is the correct choice for question number 16? Okay, I see B's. We are just looking for the right term here, no? And this is a very common term. Naririnig nyo to sa balita, no? Isa sa mga ikinaso kay Bongbong Marcos para sa kanyang disqualification, no? And this is the term that we use for an unlawful act of escaping from payment of taxes. And of course, we are looking for the term evasion, tax evasion. Okay, so letter B po ang tamang choice. We use the term tax evasion, not avoidance, not shifting. Exemption naman, some entities are exempted from paying tax. No, usually religious entities, yung religion natin, or religious sectors, religious sects are exempted from paying tax. Okay, but here we are looking for letter B, evasion. Tax evasion is a term. Number 17, which dimensions of language is concerned with sound and stress? Letter A, phonology. Letter B, segmental. Letter C, suprasegmental. Letter D, phonemes. Okay, number 17, what is the correct choice? Okay, I see A's, B, C's. Oh no, A and B. 16 pala. Yung C pala ay para sa 16 kanina. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Chona Ladores. I'll be sending GCash, ma'am, after nito, sabi ni Ma'am Chona. Maraming salamat po sa mga nag-send na po at sa mga magsisend pa po. Maraming salamat again. The donations are going to be used for our food drive, no, sa ating donation drive for the Typhoon Odette victims in Iloilo. Maraming salamat po. Okay, I see a lot of letter A's. And of course, here, letter A is a correct choice. Phonology is that dimension of language, that branch of language that studies or that concerns sound and stress. Okay, so phonology is the correct choice. Phonemes is not what we are looking for dahil phonemes po is just a unit of sound. Unit lamang siya ng sound. No? But here, we are looking for that part of language that concerns itself with sound and stress. And so phonology is what we are looking for. Now, what about segmental and suprasegmental? What's the difference? No? Let's take a look at your slide here. When you say segmental features, these are phonological features associated with consonants and vowels. So, pag sinabi mong segmental, according to the letters talaga siya, no? According to your consonants or your vowels. Of course, you know, you have 5 different vowels, A, E, I, O, U. The rest of the letters in our alphabet are consonants. Okay, so if you are concerned with all those vowels and consonants, you're only talking about the segmental features of the language. Suprasegmental features, these are associated not with segments, but with larger units such as syllable, word, and sentence. Some examples of suprasegmental features would be pitch, intonation, loudness, no, yung pagbaba, pagtaas ng boses mo, yung intonation mo, ang pitch ng voice mo, texture ng voice mo, kung gaano ka modulated yung voice mo, that's suprasegmental. Okay, so it's more than just consonants and vowels. Okay, but of course we were looking for phonology, the study of sounds as part of language. Okay, 18. What is the LCM of 5, 2, and 7? Letter A, 35. Letter B, 140. Letter C, 15. Or letter D, 70. Okay, we're almost done. This is the third to the last question tonight. Of course, tomorrow we will be having professional education. And of course, to all the members of Team Piaget, make sure that you know our schedule. From December 22 to 24, your quizzes for your pre-board is going to be open for you to answer. So any day from 22 until 24 until 7 p.m. of the 24th, no? Because I know that I'll be very busy on the 24th. So kung maaring sagutin nyo na by the 22nd, 23rd, kung po pwede nang sagutin nyo na, no? And of course, we'll have our final coaching. Final coaching items would all be those items that you will be answering in your pre-board. Okay, LCM of 5, 2, and 7. I see D's. Maraming nagsabing letter D. Okay, of course, when you say LCM here, this means the least common multiple. We've just talked about multiples kanina. Your multiples are those answers, no? The products whenever you multiply a certain number by 1, by 2, by 3, and so on. Now, least common multiple. Now, ang hint natin dito, kasi sabi nga least common multiple, you start with the lowest number that you have, no? So, una mong i-check yung lowest number kasi nahanap mo least common multiple. If it is the greatest common factor, pag GCF naman, una mong titingnan yung pinakamalaki, okay? Kasi greatest yung hinahanap. But here, we are looking for the least common multiple. And of course, what you do is you simply divide the choices by the numbers that you have in your question. Okay, so titingnan nyo kung basta wala siyang remainder, no? So it's a multiple if it has no remainder once you have divided it by the number that you have here. So we start with the least number that we have in our choices, that's 15. You all know that we cannot divide 15 by 2, no? We cannot get the whole number. There's going to be a remainder of 1. Ganun din sa 7. So that means X, itong letter C. Now we proceed with the next least number, which is 35. You cannot divide 35 by 2, no? That's not going to be a whole number. So, X din yung letter A. Now, we proceed with letter D. 70 divided by 5 can be 70 divided by 2. It can also give us a whole number. 70 divided by 7 can also give us a whole number. And so, letter D is our choice. Okay? So, letter D. And so, of course, hindi ka na magpo-proceed dito sa letter B mo dahil letter D na po yung ating tamang choice. Again, one hint is that you start with the least of the numbers in all your choices. If it's the GCF, you start with the biggest number. Okay, so letter D is our answer for number 18. Second to the last question, what is meant by the statement values are absolute? Is it letter A, values are blank, changing, subjective, personal? Letter D, unchanging. Please do share our video and of course, please support our donation drive. Okay, number 19. What's your answer for question number 19? Number 19 po, what is your choice for question 19? Second to the last question tonight. Of course, do not forget we are going to have our live stream tomorrow. And after our live stream tomorrow at 7 p.m., we are going to have our first raffle draw of our lucky winners of 500. So there's going to be 5 lucky winners tomorrow. Please do follow the mechanics that we have posted on our Facebook page, no? Siguraduhin nasa original post po kayo magko-comment. The original post is linked sa ating mga bagong post, no? So follow the mechanics, follow the YouTube and the Facebook page, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow all the instructions that we have there. All right, number 19. What is meant by the statement values are absolute? Okay, so absolute, that means fixed. It's not changing. Okay, so it's final. Changing is, of course, incorrect. Subjective and personal, these are the same, no? So, parehas lang po yung subjective and personal. And so, the correct choice is unchanging. When you say absolute, that means unchanging. It's final. Okay, so letter D is the correct choice here. Letter D po, hindi po changing, no? Unchanging siya. It is absolute. It is fixed. It is final. Letter D, unchanging, is the correct choice. 20, last one. 8,000 pesos is invested at 12% simple interest. How much will the amount be after 2 years? Is it letter A, 9,600 pesos, letter B, 8,960 pesos, letter C, 8,240 pesos, or letter D, 9,920 pesos? Okay, what is your choice for question 20? Number 20, last item for tonight's Gen Ed discussion. Okay, ano pong sagot natin? For number 20, last item. Okay, I see a lot of letter D's on our chat box. Letter D kaya, yung tamang choice. Okay, 8,000 is invested at 12% simple interest. How much will the amount be after 2 years? Okay, so of course, you all know your formula for simple interest is PRT, where P is the principal, the original amount borrowed, multiplied by the rate, the number that comes with a percentage sign, of course, time in years. Okay, so you are just given your time in years here, so that's going to be very easy. Interest here would be 8,000 times 0.12. Your rate here is converted into decimal, no? So kukunin lamang po itong percentage sign. And of course, you move the decimal point 2 times to the left. So you have 0.12 multiplied by 2, which would give you a total of 1,920. And of course, we are looking for the final amount, no? So what we do is we add the interest to our principal. So that would be 8,000 plus 1,920, which would give us the answer of 9,920. That's letter D. Okay, so letter D is the correct choice for number 20. And of course, that ends tonight's discussion. We will be coming back tomorrow for our professional education. Maraming salamat po for tuning in. And of course, maraming salamat for all our star senders, our super chatters, and of course, for those of you who will be sending your donations for our food drive, no, for our donation drive through GCash or might be through our Union Bank account. Maraming salamat in advance. This has been Coach Mek of Gurong Pinoy, and I leave you with the saying, malit man nabuti ng mga kaalaman, ang dulo nito ay malaking kaginawaan. Maraming salamat. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye!